Why Uber drivers are hungry while the customers, the passengers, they don't care anymore. Drivers are always hungry, but passengers, they don't even care. They don't, because they don't know anything about that. And as a driver, this is something you should keep in mind. So, number one, Bolt prices are not friendly. Mostly when it comes to some of the areas. Some areas feels like you are going far from busy areas. So if you find yourself there, you feel like going back will cost me. But in such cases, most customers, they don't care. And also, it is not the work of a client to care about that. Hello guys, please subscribe to our channel, give us a like, leave us a comment, and if you feel this video is important, please share it with a friend. Now, why drivers are always hungry? In most cases, Bolt prices, according to the law, the prices and the drivers know the prices that Bolt are charging is not the prices within our Kenyan laws. Within the NTSA law, there is no prices like the one we are being charged. But Bolt has always keep it simple. Do it or leave. Also, the same price that you are seeing, even the clients, they know. The same price that you are seeing on your app, if you will travel today at 500 in the morning, in the evening sometimes it will be 450. So at some point it make no sense. They keep on playing with our payments. But what happens? We are the one losing money. The drivers are the one losing money. The same place you went to at 700, tomorrow you are going at 600 or even 580. The question is, what has changed? The distance or what? So at some point, Bolt and Uber, they have never given us a chance to understand their prices, their commission, because sometimes the same amount, the commission is higher. Sometimes the same amount, the commission is low. So they play with the whole system. And also, when it comes to the commission, what we have as commission is not exactly what is allowed by the law. The last time it was reviewed to 18%. But even if you look at it right now, you will realize that it is nowhere. It is nowhere closer to 18%. But they don't want us to ask. Also, when Bolt were coming to Kenya, when Uber were coming to Kenya, the whole thing was, we are partners. That means it's like a circle. There is membership. Members can decide on one thing and do it. But the whole truth is that that one ended the same day the drivers joined. You understand? So we are just their workers. We have no voice. We cannot sit and talk and listen to each other. That is what is happening. Drivers and these companies cannot sit on the same roof and decide. The reason being, I don't know whether Bolt feel like we don't know what we are doing or we don't know what we are talking about. You understand? So these are some of the things why drivers at some point are hungry. And also from the past, there were some places where the taxi were expensive and some areas where the taxis were cheap. Now with Bolt, they want these places to be, the prices to be the same. The same price you will the same earnings in Rongai, Githurai, Korogocho or anywhere will be the same as the same earnings in CBD, Westlands or even Kilimani. But the drivers feel like in Kilimani, they are rich people. These are busy areas. These are areas where people are in need. The demand is high. But with the companies, they feel like if we give it a different price, everyone will stick to that area. You know, if a 5-kilometer ride in Westland is 500 and a 5-kilometer ride in Kasarani or even in Ruiru is 200. You understand? That means everyone will be fighting to remain in Westlands or Kilimani, while in Ruiru there will be a shortage of drivers. You understand? There will be a shortage of cars. So that's why they feel like they give it a fair price. But at the same time, even with the fair price, the same pricing, the driver still feels that some areas are not worth it. Even with that same price, in some areas the roads are bad. The chances of getting a ride, your next ride there is very low. You understand? And also the environment, the working environment, the behaviors are not the same. So some areas, they are a bit expensive to the business. Like we have had a lot of cases within the ghettos, Huruma and Mathare. So such areas, they are the same price. That's why a lot of cancellations are happening. If you feel it does not fit you, you cancel. If you feel it fits you, you complete that ride. Also, the 200 shillings that you will work for in Westlands, at some point, will give you a bigger return than the 200 you will work on in Ruai or even Rongai or even Ruiru. Reason being, the condition of the road in Westland is not the same as the condition of the road in Ruiru. And that you will use more fuel in bad roads than good roads. Also, in Westlands, most of their class are well informed. They understand these apps very well. So they have that money. So they feel like even what you are being paid is cheap. So they are professional, they are good. But within the ghettos, or these rural areas or what, those areas, there is a problem. These customers at some point, they have fixed money, or they are planning with the Fuliza. So by this guy having a fixed money, this guy want to know the right, and he doesn't want anything to change when it comes to payments. But here are the reasons why sometimes they change. The location in these areas are not the same. These areas are not developed areas. They are still developing. So the location is not the same. Where Bolt is showing that there is a house, or where Uber is showing that there is a road, there is no road there. So they will give it 200, or they will approximately pay you for 5 kilometers, but you will go distance. To an extent, your ride will go like 7-8 kilometers when you use the road. So after using that road, you realize that the price might go higher by maybe 50 or 100 shillings. But the clients are not being informed. Bolt cannot explain to the client that your ride has gone higher by 100 shillings because of the road. Where we think the road was is not exactly where the same road you used. This one would help, but they are not explaining it. So this makes it difficult, very, very difficult for the drivers to understand, and also it makes even the client more bitter than us, because someone had a plan of 200. Then you are coming from nowhere with the 150. In first place, the trust. Since they don't know, the trust will be lost. This guy feels like you are the one who have changed, because Bolt showed the same thing. Even at the same time, even before you end the ride, Bolt is still showing the 200, while on your side, Bolt is showing 350 or 400. You understand? On customer app, the price is the same, just like the original one. So this client will tell you, let me check. By checking on his side, it is showing 200. On your side as a driver, you are showing 3 something, and the phone is yours. So the client will feel like we are using Bolt, you are the one misusing Bolt. You understand? So here are some of the things that are causing problems. Drivers are bitter because the system is not working as it was said to work. The agreement we made is not the same. Everything is hidden. The commission is hidden. We don't know the commission. We are just there. Even Bolt themselves, if you ask them now, if you contact them now as a driver, they will tell you we are charging 20%, 18%. But if you calculate within the mathematics, you just take the ride and what you are paying them, you realize that things are not the same as what they are telling you. So they have kept this hidden where the drivers expect transparency. Also, they are charging per kilometer. At some point, Bolt and Uber, they tell you that we charge 14 shillings per kilometer, or this per minute, and this one starting fee. But if you calculate, you realize there is 100 or 200 missing. And you ask yourself, why? Because it is 10 kilometers, we charge 14, 15 per kilometer. You realize that there is something missing. There is some money missing. But this one, customers, they don't know. And also, what we are, at some point, these cars have a lot of problems. So the driver is bitter. What he is working for, he works hard, but it is not the same. He cannot manage this car. He cannot do what. But the customers, they don't know about that. So at some point, the driver has a problem, but the customer don't know. And that is not the work of a client. So at some point, we just put a face, but this is a permanent problem that has always lived here. It is a problem that has always been here. It is not the first time. And some of the problems are costly. And also sometimes, even like commission. Customers, once a client pays you 1,000, they feel like they have paid you well. While out of this 1,200 is going to someone else. Customers, they don't know about this. They feel like we are earning enough, but we are. So at some point, these are some of the things that make the drivers bitter and hungry. You understand? You are working in an environment that no one understands you. The client understands nothing because they are not informed. And Uber and Bolt, you cannot ask them any question because they will not answer it the right way. They use tactics to deal with things. Hello guys, please subscribe to our channel, give us a like, leave us a comment, and tell us what you think about our videos. Thank you.